Welcome to Unacademy. Crack Gate Computer Science with us, top educators, quality content, great learning experience. Our anthem is Let's Crack Gate CSE. Crack Gate and ESE with India's largest learning platform, none other than Unacademy. Get Plus subscription and access unlimited live and recorded courses from India's topmost educators. Myself is Srinivasarao IS, famously known as Database Srinivas. I possess certifications in DBA, Cisco, MCSA, and Red Hat Linux. Having industry experience as a database admin and a system admin, my gate level expertise is DBMS, CN, and operating system. Throughout my journey of Gate, I taught in many premium academies such as the Gate Forum, the Gate Academy, Vishwa Educate, Vani, Engineers Circle, and MediG 2. If you get subscribed, as a student, what are you going to get? You're going to get daily live classes where you can discuss with the educator and clarify all your doubts. And it also provides live test and quizzes, mock tester, very important to crack any kind of public sector undertakings. It also provides structured courses. The structured courses are being formed according to predefined syllabus of the respective competitive examination. It also provides unlimited access where you will get recorded and live lectures too. As far as GATE and CSE concern, there are various courses are there in CSIT, multiple courses are available. So there are two kinds of subscription offering by Unacademy. One is a 12 months, which is of 25,000. If you apply my promo code, you're going to get 10% off. So the course cost fee is 22,500. And the other subscription is 24 months, and you're going to get it for 27,000 by applying my promo code. And I'm providing you on behalf of Unacademy the complete full course of database management system as one of my subject from DBMS, CN, and operating system, which is completely available on YouTube in a systematic way, one after another. In this YouTube lectures, I'm going to provide theoretical concept as well as multiple choice questions and previous year GATE questions. And on Unacademy student learning app, I'm running evening special classes, which is mainly based on MCQs and PYQs, rapid round type. There you can able to prove your confidence towards GATE examination. As far as today's lecture concern, in the schema design, we are going to learn about part 5. The part is equivalency of functional dependencies, also called as membership test. So when you talk about the membership test, then this membership test is eligible for one is dependency preservation cases. The other one, the last session we have learned, that is a minimal covers, and today we are going to learn about that is FDs implied by others, that is functional dependencies implied by others. So whenever you talk about the membership test, you please observe carefully that these are the things it is going to provide. Now, what is the concept of membership test? Why do we call it? If I am calling like this, why we are calling it as membership test or equivalency of functional dependencies where there are set of functional dependencies are available. So there is one mandatory condition such that two set of functional dependencies E and F are equivalent to each other if E closures are giving you F closures. So that's nothing but, hence equivalency means that every FD functional dependency in the E are logically implied to functional dependencies of your F. Therefore, we can say that F covers G or G covers F. As far as here we are representing E and F, we could call them as E covers F and F covers E. So, which describes that the functional dependencies of one set is logically implied to functional dependencies of other set. Why do we require this equivalency of dependencies in the schema design? That we are going to look here. If you look at equivalency of dependency in the following cases, that is, if there are two functional dependencies F and G are available, if every functional dependency in the F can be inferred from G, or you can say if every functional dependency in G can be inferred from F, then we will call it as that F and G are mutually equal to others, as their F closures are logically equivalent to G closures. Friends, again I am saying F is logically implied to G, and reverse also, G logically implied to F. So what is the meaning of that? Let us check. If I am taking the R with department number, department name, and department location, please observe, friends. There are few dependencies I am maintaining here, that is, department number implies department name. This is a one dependency, and department number obviously implies location. Then if I am saying department name is implying location. If these are the three functional dependencies are existed, we know how to prove them. How to prove the functional dependencies? You take the department table, which consists of department number and department name and location. Now friends, you see that I am providing some data in that is 10, department name is sales, location is something like Delhi. And when I am calling department number 10, then if I am saying accounts department, then therefore what is going to happen if I am calling it is at Mumbai. So it is invalid functional dependency, that is department number implies department name is a false in that case. Why? Whenever 10 is repeat, sales has to repeat in this case. So the given functional dependencies here, whenever they mention some valid functional dependencies, they are all valid only, which means they are already tested on the some table. You see that if there is a table exists like this, these are all to be proved as they have given as valid functional dependencies. This. Now our task is, if I am keeping this is as a relation 1 and if I am taking this is as a relation 2, which consists of some columns like I say department number and department name, and another one department location. Now we want to say that please observe friends, why I am writing the same table once again means these functional dependencies which are implied on this automatically can be imposed onto this. When this is happening in the sense, if R1 and R2 are mutually equivalent, then I can able to bring or dump all the functional dependencies from R1 to R2, or reverse also true such that R2 to R1, which means the data set which is available relation 1 is also same which is available in your other table, that is R2. That means what is the main objective of equivalency of functional dependencies means friends, whatever data or dependencies which are in one particular table, I can just do copy and paste over there. If you able to do the copy and paste, then you can understand that I am succeeded in order to say that the copy and paste is success there. That means you observe friends, there is one small example I want to share with you. If you say there is a customer database, understand friends, there are many customers are there like customer 1 and customer 2 and customer 3 and customer 4, and with much data like this. Now you see there is a loan database. Every loan database is associated with the customer only. Without customer, the bank cannot give any kind of loans. Therefore, these customers I want to dump into loan database. Therefore, what happened? I am bringing that entire data instead of re-entering. Please observe carefully. Instead of re-entering this data in loan, simply I am dumping into loan database. When this is possible, is it possible realistically to dump the data from one table to other table? Yes, of course. What is that? If these functional dependencies of your customer table, if it is equivalent to, logically equivalent to functional dependencies of your loan table, then we could success to make this kind of a dumping from one table to other table. Hence, friends, what is the main theme or objective of equivalency of functional dependency is nothing but whatever the functional dependencies or redundancy is possible in this, the same is also possible in loan instances. That's why nowadays you see that how they could able to do copy and paste of data from one table to other table. It's very simple. Real time example, if I want to tell you, once look at this. I have WhatsApp database here. Now I can dump all my contacts from WhatsApp database to some app like Telegram app, or I can dump all my contacts list from WhatsApp to your Facebook, or any kind of information you want to put from Facebook to Instagram. They're all possible. Nowadays, they are all possible as we feel that they all belongs to one social community having links to each other. Therefore, what do we understand? I can easily share anything from here and there. Why? Because they are all maintaining sustainability, nothing but equivalency of functional dependency. Therefore, whatever the dependencies are there in this, and all these dependencies are logically equivalent to these dependencies. And friends, we can come to know that these dependencies are equivalent to these dependencies. Hence, you could able to success to import or export anything, whatever you want, which is nothing but in our regular terminology, copy and paste only. So nowadays, why WhatsApp maintaining its own database, Telegram is maintaining its own, Facebook and Instagram is maintaining its own, but their dependencies might be each other equivalent. Hence, we could say that 100% the equivalency of functional dependencies are existed in that in order to do what? Two very important things. That is nothing but what? compatibility while doing your copy and paste concept. Therefore, in order to have this kind of imports and exports, there is a mandatory condition is that the dependencies must be mutually equivalent to others. Okay, friends, how to prove? So we understood very carefully what is the objective of that. Now we will say that how to prove. There are three famous conditions. What are the three famous conditions? I can say F covers G, or you can say G covers F, which means, understand friends, this is a separate table. This is a separate table which is offering different functional dependencies. If F implies G, it is having a compatibility with G. If G implies F, it is having a compatibility to F. Hence we can say that both tables are mutually equivalent to others. Now I can do whatever communication with this, that communication I can 100% do with others. So you want to bring the data into universal format such that I could able to make there and here same manipulation. It's only possible with equivalency of functional dependency. If they are not equal, then there will be incompatibility. You cannot able to have a proper communication among the databases from one database to other database. Hence, friends, the objective of F covers G and G covers F is nothing but all the dependencies of G is 100% equivalent to is F. Here also G is 100% equivalent to your F. Then we can say that F dependencies are equivalent to G dependencies. It's nothing but compatible to do any kind of task, any kind of operations. Now, how to prove this? There are two steps there and here we do. The two steps is number one, if you want to do F covers G or G covers F, there are two standard steps are available, friends. One standard step, as far as this concern, you have to find a G closures, RHS closures. This is your, we are looking whether your F is compatible to G or not. Therefore, your F is a LHS I am talking. F is checking with G that whether am I compatible to G to have any kind of further proceedings. That test is done using like this. So I am finding RHS closures using LHS functional dependencies. Therefore, I am finding RHS closures using LHS functional dependencies. This is the first step, friend. The second step is now we want to see that after checking this cross compatibility, we will prove have you success or not. So I will check whether G closures are having compatibility with F or not. Now I will say that G closures are derived or not, we will check. If G is derived, then we will understand that the G has a compatibility to F in that case. And reverse, we have to have the concept of G covers F. What is G covers F? In the same way, the G also is going to check the compatibility with the F. So I'm finding this is G is checking the compatibility with your F. Now I'm finding RHS closures, that is F closures using G FDs. So this is the first step, friend. And the second step, we want to check. So I'm finding once again RHS closures using LHS dependencies. Now we want to find in the second step such that your F is a compatibility with G or not. We will check if F is implied or not. If it is implied, then we will say that G is having perfect coordination with F, so that whatever operation I am doing on G, the same operation can also be applicable on F. So operations in the sense insertion, deletion, updation, copying, paste. any kind of operation, whatever you do on X data, that so on G data, that is automatically can be applied onto F. Reverse also, whatever operation you perform on F, the same operation can be you are eligible to perform on G table also. This is the idea behind equivalency of functional dependency checking, also called as membership test. Now, we will prove just by taking one example. Friends, look at carefully. There is a table R which consists of something like ABC and having some functional dependencies here like A to B and B to C and other functional dependencies by name G. I am having A tends to BC. Now we want to check two conditions that F covers G and G covers F. So I said already friends, what is that? We are going to check the compatibility to each other such that if you are a success to do this, if F covers G and G covers F, I said you can perform on the both the dependencies same kind of operations. So 100% the data also will be equal. Now I am finding G closures. As far as the first step, using LHS dependencies, your LHS is F dependencies. Any doubts, please, you can chat live. Now here, G covers F means I am finding again RHS closure. The RHS closure is F closure. I am using this time LHS functional dependencies, that is nothing but GFDs. So here, first G closure is A closure, friends. Use the reflexivity property. A is there with us. You are finding F closure is nothing but you have to find one LHS closure is A, other LHS closure is B. Now use the reflexivity property. I have A with me and B also with us. Now you need to check, use the FFDs in order to provide attribute closures. So I have A gives you B here and B gives you C here. Now this is the closure set. Now here also we use the G functional dependency. So A gives you BC in the G here and B gives you nothing in that case. Only B gives B as far as G functional dependency is concerned. Now you check friends, there and here step 1 is done. Now we want to check step number 2 such that your RHS is implied or not. So your G implied or not. So friends, we understand your G is A to B and A to C. So A to B here done and A to C here done. And so we understand F is implying G 100%. That means whatever I do in the F, the same can be done in the G. Therefore, you're happily transfer your data each other. You're 100% establishing proper transferring between the F and G concept. Now, what about G covered CF? The G covered CF is nothing but the step number 2. We are applying that F is implied or not. Therefore, your F is A to B and your F is B to C. So we are unable to imply B tends to C here. So B to C is not possible in this case. So whatever operation you do in G, that cannot be applicable to F. But reverse is true. What is that? If there are two decompositions like R1 and R2, whatever you do in F, that is a compatibility with G. But reverse, whatever you do in R2, that is not having compatibility with F. I already shared in the first initial classes such that there is no concept of association. And one more also I said, what is that? Not a commutative property. What is a commutative, friends? The commutative is nothing but A tends to B may or may not equal to B tends to A. Please follow this property very carefully. This is the best example where you can understand that. What is that? F implied G here, but G may or may not imply to A. So this is possible in real-time database design. Hence we can say that this is not at all having the concept of commutative property rule. Well, friends, now finally we confirm the answer is F only covers to G. Now let us take one more. So if you talk about here, there is a R, student number, student name, student course. Three attributes I have, and there are some dependencies I am giving you. S number implies S name, then S number implies course, and S name implies course. So if I go for a decomposition like this, the R1 I am saying S number to S name, please observe friends, and I am saying R2 here S number to course. Observe carefully. So we can guess here simply what is that? Your R1 is closures, not at all logically equivalent to your R2 closures. Yes or no? See here friends, here S number, S name, two attributes I kept here, S number and course, two attributes I kept here. That means this dependency you will get only one. What is that? Student number implies to course is a one dependency I can keep, and here I can keep only one dependency, that is nothing but student number to student name. Therefore, I can say that if they are not compatible to each other, whatever you do in R1 that may not be possible in R2, as well as whatever you do in R2 that may not be possible in R1, as they are logically not implied. Clear friends? Now, if I say the decomposition differently, now I am writing one more decomposition in the next page. Please observe friends. So I am taking R1 here, S number, S name here, and course here. R1 is a completely decomposed, and R2 having S number and course here. What do we understand friends? All the functional dependencies I can bring from your R2 here. That is SNO2, S name is applicable as it is one of my attribute, and S number to course is also applicable, and one more here, S name to course is also applicable. All I brought from your previous. So all three are existed in your R1. But what about your R2? Your R2 is still having same functional dependency, that is S number implies course. I have a doubt here friends. Observe carefully. Now R1 is deriving your functional dependencies of R2 just from R1 only. So I can say that R1 covers R2. But reverse may not be true. I said there is not a concept of using commutative. There may not be using the concept of commutative nature. So It may or may not be equal to this, but in that case, R2 cannot able to satisfy everything. So I can say that R2 may or may not cover your R1. So that is the concept. So R2 not covers your R1. Why? Because I cannot able to satisfy this dependency from your R2. But what is true? Your R2 dependencies, that is SNO2 course, can be implied by R1. Therefore, whatever operation you do in R1, that is a compatibility with R2, but reverse is not true. Whatever operation you do in R2 may not be compatibility with what? R1. Therefore, whatever data I impose in R1, simply I could able to push it on to R2. Automatically it is done, but reverse. Whatever operations or dumping of data you do from there to here, it's not possible as you don't have some kind of a common columns or some kind of attributes which are not available there and here common. This is the idea behind equivalency testing of functional dependencies. Now friends, I hope so you understood why we are doing equivalency of functional dependencies. From this example, you will 100% come to know that what is the need of equivalency of functional dependencies, why we are doing. So from this, your table R from your previous page, if you understood, your table R is like this and it is split into R1 and R2 like this. I can come to know that some dependencies are belongs to R1 and some dependencies are belongs to R2, but whatever dependencies are there in R2, that is a subset to your R1. But whatever dependencies are there in R1 is not at all available in R2. Therefore, R1, whatever you do in R1, that can be directly imposed into R2 just by whatever you insert there. That I can able to copy. But here it is not possible as there are no attributes are available in R1. Okay, friends, now let us take one more example. You observe, we are learning examples. What is the necessity of the equivalency of functional dependency? Now I say there is a R here having A, B, C, D, having some functional dependency like A gives B and B gives C and C gives D. And I am having a few decompositions here like R1, A, B, C, D. Observe friends, R2 also I am trying to impose the same. Therefore, I am maintaining one copy of R1 here and the same copy of R2 here. Then I can say that R1 closures are logically equivalent to R2 closures. Therefore, whatever I do in R1, the same can be pushed into R2. But if I am saying like this, that if R1 is ABC, please observe friends, if R2 is CBA, then here also I can prove that R1 closures are logically equivalent to R2 closures. But if I am giving an example like this, if R1 is given as ABC and if R2 is given as a BCD, then I can confirm that they are not logically equivalent to others. So this is the idea, friends. So using this concept, we want to start solving some important questions. This is the question number 1, friends. So which of the following is false? So as far as this, we can concern. So we are going to cross check like this. By finding a P closure, are you able to get R or not? By finding a R closure, are you able to get Z or not? By finding a PS closure, are you able to get Z or not? So we want to check whether they are able to give you or not. So P closure is P is there with us. P will give you S here. P will give you further Q here. So I am taking, and Q will give you R here, and R will give you XZ. So finally we understand P gives you R. And R closure we want to find. R is there with us. R gives you X. R gives you Z. Therefore, R gives you Z. What about PS closure? PS, already P closer we did here, just you copy paste them, Q, R, X, Z. So PS will give you Z here. So all are implied. Therefore, the option is none of the above. Okay, friends. Now come to next. So this is the one of your previous gate question. It's very similar to the previous question only. So which of the following dependencies hold on the relation R? We want to check it. There may be a chance of multiple options. We have to be very careful there. Now, if I am saying CE closer, are you getting BD or not? So I am taking a CE here. E will give you A. So I am writing a combination, and A will give you B. So I am writing a B combination. Then B will give you a D here. Therefore, we have achieved CE to B is implied and CE to D is implied. So option A is hold on your R. What about BD to CD? If I am saying BD closer, the BD gives us like this. B and D is giving you only BD. So to get A, there is a need of E. To get E, there is a need of CD. So nothing else is there. And so BD is going to give you only BD. So therefore, it's not holding. And what about BC to CA? So the BC closer, if I am finding, so BC is there with us. B will give you D there. And I have CD combination. So CD will give you E here. As I have E combination, I could get A from there. Therefore, BC is giving you D as well as BC is giving you A. Therefore, it is also holding. Now let us check one more, that is AD closer is giving you BC or not. So AD here and AD here. If you know A, you can get a B value there. And if you know B, you can get a D value there. And what else, friends? So we would like to see BC. B already present, AD to B came, but C we want. So you cannot get to C as it's one of your RHS. Therefore, it is not hold. So which of the following dependencies hold? Only two. That is option A and option C. Okay, friends. Now we go to next question. The question is like this. Which of the following FDs cannot be inferred from the above given functional dependency? So same way, we want to prove that false. So by finding AD closer, we would like to see that are you getting CE or not. As the reflexivity property, AD is there. And if you know D, you will get E there. And what else, friends? So you want to see there is a need of AB combination. As I do not have AB combination, already D is present and E is present, but we are unable to get the C. Therefore, this is not deriving. What about option B? If I am saying BC closer, the BC is giving you D or not. As B gives D from here, I can able to point out that this is giving you D. Now if I am saying AB will give you A, obviously it is a trivial dependency. So AB is giving you, so this is true, this is true. Whether B is giving you E or not, by finding a B closer is B, B implies D, D implies E, then you will get like this, B implies C. Hence it's also true. The only one answer is that option A, which is not possible in this. Now we have Next question, friends. So consider the following dependencies. What is true? So we have to go for F covers G or not, G covers F, and here we are going to cross check the compatibility. So F covers G is nothing but we are finding G closures using FFDs. The first G closure is X1 closure and Y1 closure and Z3 closure. Now I am finding closures for them. So X1 is with you, Y1 is with you, Z3 is with you. Now see friends, now G closures I am finding using FFDs as usually normal process. Please refer to previous examples. So FFDs, I have X1, I could get Y1 and Z1. So as Y1, X1 is already present, nothing else we get. Y1 closure, Y1 will give you X1. As I have X1, I could able to get Z1. Now Z3 will give you X1 directly. As I have X1, I will get Y1 and Z1. Well friends, now you check your G is satisfied or not. What is your G? X1 to Y1, it is satisfied. Y1 to Z1, it is satisfied. Z3 to X1, it is satisfied. Therefore, we understand F covers to G. What about G covers F? We will find F closures. The first F closure is X1 closure and Y1 closure and Z3 closure. X1 is there with us, Y1 is there with us, Z3 is there with us. Now you find the F closures, use G functional dependencies. I have X1, I can get Y1, and as Y1, we could get Z1. And Y1 will give you Z1, and Z3 will give you X1, and X1 will give you Y1. I am using only G functional dependencies to calculate this and F functional dependencies to calculate this. Okay friends, now you see that your F is implied or not. X1 to Y1 Z1, X1 to Y1, X1 to Z1, Y1 to X1 is missed. Y1 to X1 is missed, then we can confirm that it is not possible, this is only possible, and F covers to G. Well friends, so this is how you will prove each other equivalent or not. Next question, again same, we are doing with F covers G, and here G covers F. Now you see, I am finding a G closures first, and here F closures as a second. The first G closure is a X closure, and other G closure is WZ closure. And here first F closure is X closure, and the second is WZ closure, and third is X closure. Now, while you are calculating closures left hand side, so F covers G is nothing but G closures using FFDs. So please brought it here and you please brought it here. Now we are checking compatibility to each other. X is there. So G closures using FFD. So come here. So X give you YZ and X also will give you W and WZ will give you to A. And what about WZ closer? WZ, it gives A. And what else, friends? Nothing. So WZ closer, W give us WZ A. And what else? A is not giving anything there. Now you find F closures using GFDs. We have X with us and WZ with us. Now use these dependencies. X closer will give you YZA and X closer also will give you WXY. Already XY is there, add W. And already A is there. As we know WZ combination, we can get A, already A is present. Now again you find here only WZ closer, it's A. And what else? Nothing. Now observe friends, are they implied each other or not? So G closures are implied or not in this? We are checking G closures are implied or not. So X2 YZA. So here X2Y, X2Z, X2A. It is implied. And what else? X2WXY, X2WXY. It's also implied. Implied. And WZ2A. It's also implied. Hence F covers G. What about this side? So X2YZ, I am checking at F side. X2YZ, it is satisfied. And WZ2A, it is also satisfied. X2W, it is also satisfied. And finally, F equal to G in this case. Well, friends, now we will look at into next question. So we have to find the same. F covers G and G covers F. So I have to find G closer. The first G closer is L closer. Second G closer is P closer. L is with us, P is with us. And here you have to find F closers. The first F closer, L closer, and Ln closer. Please see that L closer, Ln closer, P closer, L closer. So we have to use other dependencies. You want to say that G closers in the sense use these dependencies, friend. This time I am using F dependencies here. G closers using F dependencies. So I have L give you N. I have Ln, I have Ln, so I will get O. What else? As I have L, I will get S. Yes, friends. Now P closer I am doing. So P2 LO and L will give you N and Ln will give you O and L give you, as I have L combination, I will get S. Now check G is implied or not. So your G, I am checking now. L2NO is satisfied. L2N and L2O. P2LS, P2L and P2S, it is satisfied. So now we confirm it is F covers G. Now G covers CF. When you talk G covered CF, so L closure I am finding. So F closures using GFDs. Using GFDs. Now L closure is LNO, nothing else. And LN closure is same LNO. And P closure is PLNOS. Now we want to check your F is implied or not. So your F L2N is satisfied, LN2O is satisfied, P2L and O is satisfied. And what else, friends? L2S. We want to satisfy L2S. So L and O. What about L2S? So we are missing L2S here. Therefore, we will confirm only F implies to G here. So now we are saying F is equal to G. Let us check once. G covered CF. Find F closures using GFDs. First F closure is L and second F closure is Ln and next P, next L. So I am finding using GFDs. So L closure is L, N, O and Ln closure is Ln is there, O you will get. What about P closure? P will give you Ls, L will give you N and O. So we want to check this F is derived or not. So we are checking F is implied or not. L2N is satisfied, Ln2O is satisfied, P2LO, P2LO is satisfied, L2S, we are unable to prove this. Therefore, so we understand the sixth question, that is F covers G only. Any doubt, please comment there. Now see seventh question, friends. Again we do the same. F covers G and G covers F. Yeah, what is your F covers G? I am finding a G closures. Your G closure is M closure and Q closure and P closure. So M is with us, Q is with us and P is with us. So the other side we are going to find F closures. The first F closure is M closure, MO closure and Q closure and M closure. So as usually we have M with us, MO with us and Q with us. Now you observe, friends, you want to find G dependencies, G closures, you have to use FFDs. Now I am using FFDs to solve this. Now M will give us O and MO will give us P. I am looking here. And what else? M will give you R. And Q closure, Q will give you MP. Please observe in F closure, F functional dependencies, Q will give you MP, M will give you O, and M also will give you R. Again, let us say, so Q will give us MP, so M will give you O, MO give you P, and M gives you R. What about P closure? P closure is only P. Because nothing, no LHS P at the left hand side. Now you look at friends, M closer, this time I am using F closers using GFDs. So M will give you OP and P will give you Q. As I have Q with me, I can get MR. Same, MO closer also will be the same. And what about Q closer? Q closer will give you MR. So M will give you OP and Q. Now you see friends, are they implied or not? We will check G is implied or not. M2OP, M2O, M2P satisfied, Q2MR, Q2M, Q2R and P2Q, it's gone. So P2Q not implied. Therefore friends, we will understand this is wrong. Now you look at G covers F, whether F is coming or not. So M closer, we are getting M2O, it is satisfied, MO2P, it is satisfied, and Q2MP, Q2M, Q2P, it is satisfied, M2R, it is also satisfied. Therefore G covers F, this is the answer. Okay friends. Next question is like this. So as usually we want to find F covers G and G covers F. So we find G closers. The first G closer is S closer and V closer. S is there with us, V is there with us, and here I am finding F closer. So S closer is the first, ST closer as a second, and V closer as third. So write the reflection S and ST and V with us. Now while finding a G closers, you have to use FFDs. So S closer will give you T, ST will give you U, and what else friends? Nothing. And V closer, V will give you SU, and S will give you T, and ST will give you U. What else friends? V will give you W. Now you check your G is implied or not. So I am checking G is coming or not. S tends to TU. So it is satisfied. V tends to ST. It is satisfied. Now G covers F, you observe. So I am finding F closers, you have to use G dependencies. So S will give you TU, nothing else, and ST will give you same, nothing else. V closer is responding differently, V, ST, and as I know S, I will get TU. Now you have to check your F is deriving or not. So S tends to T, it is implied. ST tends to U, it is implied. V tends to SU, it is implied, but V tends to W is gone. Therefore, F covers G is satisfied in that case. Okay friends, any doubts please comment there. Yeah. Now let us look at ninth question. So same, we want to find F covers G and G covers F. So here I have to find G closers. There are three closers: X closer, Y closer, Z closer. Use the reflection. X is there, Y is there, and Z is there. Now here I have to find F closures. The F closures are X closure, Y closure, and Z closure. Use the reflection. Now let us find. So G closures using FFDs and F closures using GFDs. Now X will give you YZ and Y will give you X, Z will give you X. What about Y closure? Y will give you X, X will give you Z, and Z closure X and Y. And here F closures we are doing using GFDs. X closure is X will give you Y, Y give us Z, and Y closure Y Z, Z will give X, and Z closure ZXY. Friends, you observe carefully, both are compatible to each other. That means F covers G, G is deriving or not. X to Y is deriving, Y to Z is deriving, Z to X is deriving. Here we want to check F is derived or not. X to YZ, X to Y, X to Z is implied, Y to X is implied, Z to X is implied. What else? If you take that, this is R1 decomposition, this is R2 decomposition. Now we can come to know that R1 is equal to R2. Whatever post in the R1 and R2, that can be posted in other side also. So we can come to know that both are compatible each other. Whatever you do here, 100% that is applicable to R2. There will not be any kind of compatibility issue. That is the reason behind equivalency of functional dependency. Come to question number 10. So this is a bit longer. So we have to find F covers G. So I'm finding G closures. The first G closure is AB. The second G closure is ACH. And third G closure is EDH. Observe, friends. Now use the reflection property. AB is there and ACH is there and EDH is there. Now you observe EDH is there. Now the other side we want to find out G covers F. Now you say that F closures I'm going to find. The first F closure is A closure here and CD closure here and E closure here and D closure here and ABH closure is here and DH closure. So many closures have come from F side. So you have to take some time to prove these kind of questions. So when I'm saying F covers G is nothing but G closures, I'm using F functional dependencies. So as AB is there, as A gives you BC, post that attribute. Anything else? So we cannot get E unless and until you have CD combination. So you cannot get this. D is not there, you cannot get this. ABH is not there, you cannot get this. DH is there, you cannot get this. And what about ACH closure, friends? ACH, as A is there, I can get B and C. So I have now ACHB combination. This is not possible, this is not possible, and this is not possible as D is required. ABH, this is possible. So I have ABH combination, I will get BD. Now friends, as you have D, you can get AEH combination, go back. So you will get E and H2. As you will get DH, you will get BC. Already BC combination is present. So EDH closer I am finding EDH DH will give you BC. You please post it there. And what else? To get E, there is a need of CD. And already you have D, you will get AEH. That's it, friends. Now you check G is implied or not. Obviously, AB tends to A, AB tends to C, it is proved. ACH tends to D, it is proved. And EDH tends to BCE, it is also proved. Therefore, we success F covers G. What about G covers F? Some are might lost in this. Why? Because A closer I am finding here means A closer is only A. I am finding only using G functional dependencies. That's it, friends. Here only you can stop your work. Why? Because you have to check F is implied or not. In the first itself, F is a fail because A has to give you B and C, but it is not giving. Hence, you can stop your work and say that G is not covering you F. So your answer is only G. F covers G. And we go on to next question. So there are two sets of functional dependencies are mentioned. This is F1. This is F2. So we want to check here. F covers G. So I'm finding G closures, friends. First of all, C and O and S name. Use the reflection C and O and S name here. So I have to use functional dependencies of F1. So if I have C and O, I could get C name. Now what else, friends? So C and O, C name will give you R and O. And what else? So these are your satisfied dependencies. So S name will give you C and O, C name. And S name will give you grade also here. And what else? I have C and O and C name. So I will get R and O too. This is your G implications which are derived from your F. So check your G is coming or not. So CNO to C name and RNO is coming or not. CNO to C name is coming. CNO to RNO is coming. Next one, SNO to S name to CNO. S name to CNO is coming. S name to grade is also coming. Therefore, we confirm F covers G. But you need to be thorough with G covers F, that is F2 implying F1 or not. So we are checking that here. G covers F. What is G covers F? We are finding F closures. The first F closer is CNO C name. We have to get one set of attributes inside. The next closer is CNO closer. And the next closer is S name closer. So three closures are there in your F. So I have CNO here and a C name here. And we are going to use F2 functional dependencies. As CNO is there, I could get C name and as well as R number. And what else, friends? Nothing else. So you can close it. So again, CNO closer, we will get same CNO, C name, and RNO. And what about S name closures, friends? S name will give you CNO, C name, RNO grade. Now you have to cross check whether F is implied or not. CNO to CNO CNAME to RNO. So it is implied. First one is satisfied, and CNO to CNAME, it is also satisfied. SNAME to CNO CNAME, it is also satisfied. SNAME to grade, it is also satisfied. So we'll come to know that F1 is equal to G1. This is the next question, friends. So we have to find here F covers G. So I'm finding as usually G closures. The first G closer, here I am representing this is G, this is F. Now the first G closer is BID and the second G closer is PID. So I have BID here and PID here. So use these dependencies. BID will give you AID and BID AID together will give you A name. And what else, friends? BID will give you P name. And as far as this concern, PID will give you BID. So BID means the remaining attributes from this you will get. So AID you will get, A name you will get, P name also you will get. Now we have to find F closures to confirm G covers F. The first F closer is BID and PID closures. So I have PID here and BID there. Now you see, friends, so I'm going to use F closures using G functional dependencies. So BID will give you AID A name and PID will give you BID P name as well as AID as well as A name. Now we have to imply each other. So we will confirm your G is derived or not. So your G is BID to AID and BID to A name and PID to BID and PID to P name satisfied. What about G covers F? So we have to see that F is implied or not. BID to AID is implied. BID AID to A name. So friends, here we are going to lose something. So we will confirm that only F2 can cover F1. So your next F closer in that case is BID as well as PID as well as BID AID we want to calculate once again. So BID PID AID is there. You will get the rest of the attributes. Now BID AID will give you A name. It is also satisfied. Now PID to BID A name, PID to BID and A name, it is satisfied. And BID to P name, BID to P name, BID to P name we unable to get. Hence we will confirm that it is F2 covers F1. What is BID closer? BID gives you AID, A name, Next PID, BID, AID. We are going to calculate BID, AID. So it is going to give you BID, AID. It's giving you A name and BID and P name. So as far as that, BID is giving you BID and A name. So friends, so this is how you can compute equivalency of functional dependencies each other. So this is also very similar question. So that is, we want to find out same f covers g and the other side g covers f. So I'm finding g closures, that is e name and ENO and salary. So I have to use f functional dependencies. E name will give us job comma salary, and as I we cannot get DNO unless and until you have ENO and salary combination. But E name will give you ENO. You can post that combination here. As ENO and salary is there, you can get DNO. Now this closure also we want to find. ENO comma salary is with us, so you can get DNO. And what else? So to get ENO, there is E name combination is required. So job and salary means E name combination is required. We have only ENO salary and DNO combinations. Now as far as G covers F concerned, we are finding F closures. The first F closure is E name and the second F closure is ENO comma sal and the other closure is also E name. So this will give you E name. So this time I am using a G functional dependencies. It will give you job sal DNO. Job sal and DNO, and I have E name. I can get E number. So E number also I can write. E name already present. Job is already present. Now we have to find the second closure of F, that is ENO comma salary. So ENO comma salary we have. I'm using this. ENO comma salary will give you DNO. So here also we will get that combination ENO and salary will give you DNO. In the same way we will get here DNO. And what else, friends? So E name we could not able to get in this case. So we want to cross check whether they are implied or not. So we are checking your G is implied or not. So E name to job sal DNO. E name to job, E name to sal, E name to DNO, it is implied. E name to ENO, E name job. ENO ename, job. It is also satisfied. ENO sal to DNO. It is also satisfied. Now we want to check this side. F is implied or not. So ename to job salary. It is satisfied. And ENO comma salary to DNO. It is also satisfied. Ename to ENO. It is also satisfied. So finally we will confirm F is equal to G. So that's it, friends. This is how to do equivalency of functional dependencies. You have to get practice once again. So in this, let me compute once again. So first we have to find F covers G or F1 covers F2. So I am designating this is F and this is G. And I am finding first of all F covers G. So G functional dependencies, it is BID, and other functional dependency PID. So BID reflection property BID, PID reflection property PID. Now you have to use F functional dependencies. BID will give us AID. As I have BID AID, I will get A name. And if you have BID, you will get P name. And what else, friends? So PID will give BID A name. Already they are present. So AID is also present. A name is also present. This is a closer. Now PID closer I am finding. This is a BID. PID will give BID and A name. And BID, if you know, you will get P name. So as I have BID AID, I will get BID AID. BID will give you AID. I have BID and AID combination. I will get A name. This is about this. Now we have to calculate the other side. G covers F. I'm finding F closures. The first F closer is BID. Second F closer is, first let us find BID closer using G dependencies this time. So BID will give you AID A name. So BID AID and A name, and so BID AID A name, you cannot get P name unless and until you have PID combination. So this, and we have next F closer is BID AID. So you will get BID AID. So BID will give you A name. So you cannot get P name unless and until you have got PID combination. Next PID. So PID will give you BID PID, and PID will give you P name, and BID will give you AID A name. Now we want to cross check which is implied, which is not implied. So G is implied or not, we will observe. BID to AID, it is implied. BID to A name, it is implied. PID to BID, it's implied. PID to P name, it's implied. Now we have to check this F closures. What is your F functional dependencies? BID to AID, it's approved. BID to AID and A name, it's also approved. Then PID to BID A name, PID to BID as well as A name is also approved. Then BID to P name, BID to P name, BID to P name, we are unable to get this. Therefore, we understand only what F covers G. Well, friends, so this is how to prove and what is the importance of equivalency of functional dependencies. Stay tuned to us for further lectures. Use my promo code for the full subscription in Unacademy. The subscription code is CNKARA to get the 10% off. Stay tuned to us. Thank you very much.